How mindfulness can help with pain. Mindfulness helps us to move towards acceptance of our primary pain and to move away from secondary suffering. And we do this by paying attention to our actual experience as it actually is, as it unfolds on a moment by moment basis, without trying to block it or feeling overwhelmed. We turn towards the pain. When we've lived with chronic pain for a long time, this can seem very scary. It's akin to facing your fear head on. But the awareness that we develop through mindfulness practice isn't scary. It's steady, it's calm, it's kind. Through mindfulness, we develop two types of awareness. The first is a narrow, more focused awareness. Pain can seem like it is constant and steady. It can feel relentless, which is where this urge to block comes from, or the feeling of drowning. But when we really pay attention to the nature of pain, we realise that it isn't as constant or as steady as we think. We start to notice that pain is subtle, with peaks and troughs, and has undulations and fluctuations, moments of intensity and moments of less intensity. When we realise this, it helps to break down the overriding concept of pain as being unmanageable, overwhelming, and beyond the limits of our endurance. We start to see that we only have to manage the level of pain that we are experiencing on a moment by moment basis. The other type of awareness that we nurture through mindfulness is a more expanded awareness, and this can help with pain that draws in much of our attention. Recurrent pain can draw in our attention at the exclusion of everything else, filling us with the urge to block the pain or the feeling that we are drowning. This increased awareness tends to heighten the sensation of the pain. By expanding our awareness, we start to notice other sensations in our body, both neutral and pleasant. We also start to become aware of neutral and pleasant experiences that are happening around us, and that are happening around us all of the time, but we don't notice as most of our attention is going into our pain, in trying to block the pain, or into feelings of drowning in it. This expanded awareness of the more neutral and the more pleasant elements of our experience has the effect of diluting the pain. And through mindfulness, we become more aware of our thoughts and feelings and behaviours relating to the experience of pain. This enables us to notice any resistance early on and to break the cycle of unhelpful thought and behavioural patterns. We then halt our hardwired autopilot reactions to pain and create a space to choose as to how we respond, rather than blindly slipping into unhelpful behaviour patterns. And mindfulness can help us to regain control. We can feel like we are victims to the pain, and our thinking can often get caught up in thinking about the past and wanting to go back to a life without pain, or searching into the future for a cure, or worrying about our condition getting worse. The more time we spend thinking about the pain, about the past, or about the future, the more of life slips us by moment, unnoticed. When we accept each moment as it is much easier to focus on what we can control and not waste our energies on what we can't. And with this heightened focus, choices suddenly open up, and we often find that we become more resourceful, more creative, and more able to cope.